to Gobert. Mitchell outside. Passes it to Conley. Mitchell outside. 5 to shoot. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
The aggressiveness of Mitchell, willing to take on the entire team to earn that foul.
Good on the second free throw. Reagan, 1991, you were drafted 12th overall. Talk about early expectations as a first-round pick. Your son going through it right now.
Yeah, no doubt. Listen, everyone wants to. And also, you want to prove that you belong. And so, because of that, though, especially in today's game, sometimes judgment comes way too quickly. And we've seen it with a lot of great young players that because they come in a lot earlier in terms of their age, it may take them an extra year or two to figure it all out. And so the teams that are most patient in allowing those kids to mature at their own level tend to be the ones that get the higher rewards.
Indeed. And we see so much impatience, and it causes problems.
The handles are kindly sick. I mean, he knows how to put on the display with his ball control when he wants to.
Pass to Snoop. They get a hand on it. Davis kicks to Caruso. The 3. Snoop with the bucket. He's got 7.
Executing the plan here early. Still haven't missed a shot.
And here are the Jazz now. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
The bench did exactly what they needed to do. Without their production, who knows if they win that game.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
All right, a chance to look at the numbers for Anthony Davis. Great showing for him last season. Last season put up about 26 points a game, 9 rebounds, and almost 2.5 blocks. Guys, he's a difference maker off the bench. Steps into that front court and more than holds his own.
Well, it's his willingness to bang down low or move opponents off the block. Those are valuable contributions.
So it's the Jazz now, trailing by 2. The shot's good.
I love Bogdanovich's ability to put the team first. When he sees one of his guys open, he's a willing ball mover.
Lakers passing it around. Trying to get open is Davis. Snoop with the bucket.
That's not who they want guarding him. I mean, the size mismatch is just too big. All he has to do is just keep attacking the rim.
Tries it from the top of the key, and it's Mitchell missing.
Oh, the defense with no impact at all. Just didn't have the feel for his jump shot.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Gobert, the pass to Mitchell. And Davis sends it back.
You see how the Browns led the league in swats. Not only the wingspan, but the awareness, reading the game. Oh, great flow to that possession. 2 players totally in sync with each other.
Here is Conley, following the bucket by the Lakers. That one goes. Count it.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Pass to Snoop. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
And see, Webb, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope changing his approach before last season. He knew he wouldn't need to take on as much of a scoring responsibility.
Yeah, and what a team player, GA. I mean, KCP rededicated himself to defense. He tries to do more with less touches now. And that's the mindset you need to have playing with stars going for a championship.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for the Jazz. Now here's Conley. He's coming off a 10-point game against Miami. The pass to Clarkson. Here's Here's Snoop. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
The Jazz making a switch here. O'Neal's checked in. Jazz trail by 9. Outside Conley. Pass to Clarkson. And Davis sends it back. And that'll be Utah as it goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession. And Utah turns it over again.
Not a great play on either end. Bad delivery and way too late to react on the catch.
Here's Caruso. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. James outside. Buries the long-range jumper.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Oh, man, they built a monster lead here early on, and a lot of this is due to the game plan.
Now, here's Clarkson. Kicks to Conley. To halt the run, and Davis sends it back. And they'll keep possession.
Oh, you got to be cautious around James. He's always on the hunt to swat away shots. Defense in your rear view may be closer than their view.
And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Here's Clarkson. Softly drops in the floater.
There you go, playing under control. Clarkson with a nice floater over the top.
With 1 on the clock, what a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Great job of getting a look before the horn sounded and gaining some momentum.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, the Lakers enjoying a nice lead here.
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Showing no mercy right now. The shooters look frustrated seeing so many of their shots get stifled.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the Jazz, they've got Clarkson. Favors is out there with Ilyasova. Then it's Conley, and it's Niang in at the 3. And the Jazz with possession here after Los Angeles picked up 3 with their last shot. Here's Snoop. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Harrell comes in for Andre Drummond. And Kyle Kuzma's subbed in for LeBron. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. And Utah has possession after the basket by Los Angeles. Here's Clarkson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Clarkson's got his second bucket tonight.
One of the things Clarkson does best is converting off the dribble drive.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Conley.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
Gobert checked in for Utah. Mitchell comes in for Michael Conley. The Lakers also with a sub. Horton Tucker's checked in. It's his first trip to the line.
Yeah, and he wasn't someone you wanted to foul if you were defending him last season. 85% is what he made from the line. No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Now, here's Clarkson. for Harrell. The Lakers with the rebound. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Davis, the pass to Horton Tucker. Lets it go from deep. Sinks the three-pointer.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
Now, here's Mitchell. A 14-point game for him in the win against Miami. Count it. Gobert's got his first basket.
He knows his job. Gobert is there to own the glass and cash in on as many second chance opportunities as he can.
Here's Horton Tucker. Stolen by Clarkson. And now Utah, fast break. Here's Niang. Caruso grabs the miss. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Lakers. Niang passes to Mitchell. And good that time. Mitchell's got 7 points in the game.
And there's an edge to Mitchell's game. He wants to be the guy in charge. And if that means he's got to get physical, he'll do it. And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, very aggressive. I mean, he takes on the challenge with no hesitation.
The drive by Mitchell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And that's part of what Mitchell brings to the table, the willingness to operate on the perimeter or get in there and mix it up on the interior.
For the Jazz, Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Ilyasova. And it's Joe Ingles in for George Niang. Here's Caruso. It's good. He's got 6.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Mitchell. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
I don't know if it's been the main factor, but his off night has definitely been one factor here.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Back to Mitchell. Here's the 3. And Kuzma gets it to go on the assist by Davis. Kuzma's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Shot to stop the run. Count it. Good.
And man, does Mitchell get buckets. And from everywhere on the floor. A versatile offensive threat.
Here's Horton Tucker. He's covered by Clarkson. Horton Tucker, the pass to Davis. And he drops it in from the low post. And it's 6 points for Davis.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Mitchell's shot is good.
A creative score. Mitchell uses that versatility and shot-making ability to keep the defenders guessing.
Gobert with the block.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, no need to give the ball back here. You want to close this quarter with momentum.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
And it's a super first half for him at the free throw line.
And Mitchell drops them both.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Pulls it from the elbow. Oh, and he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
He's showing he has the ability to hit.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. You knew when the Lakers landed Davis, this team would be a force. Shaq, is this Davis's team now, or is it still?
I don't believe you asked me that question.
And that's a wrap.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Los Angeles leading by 23. So for the Lakers right now, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Caruso in at the one spot. Snoop. Davis has the open look. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Davis has got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Lakers. Mitchell with it. Over Snoop. They get it again. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Andre Drummond picks one up.
An improved free throw shooter compared to his earlier seasons. Nice to see Gobert attack his weakness.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. LeBron kicks to Davis. James against Mitchell. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Davis.
Nice and steady so far in the second half. They're 3 for 4.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. Before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you.
And when you give James a lane to the basket, he's going to dunk it hard. Amazing watching him just glide through the air.
Here's Mitchell. He's got 18. Passes it to Gobert. Drummond working against Ingles. Shot clock at 5. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Here's Mitchell. That one wide left.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And Drummond throws it down.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Their poise has been tremendous. I mean, excellent at both ends, has them increasing this league.
And at last season's trade deadline, Andre Drummond traded away basically for a second-round pick, a shockingly low return for a guy who was once considered a franchise player.
James kicks to Caruso. Pass to Snoop. 1:53 left in the third quarter of the game. Count the basket. 33 points for him.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And Greg, why is it that the Pistons got so little in exchange for Drummond?
Well, I think he was an impending free agent. I think Detroit looking to rebuild. Also, it says something about the center position in today's game. Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, the results are clear as day. Great approach coming into the third quarter. We'll see if they can keep it up.
Looking to end the run. Wow, hammering it in!
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
Bogdanovich against Davis. Here's Snoop. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Jazz. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Drummond with it. Conley picks him up. Here's Caruso. And another 3 for the Lakers.
And you see the work Drummond has put into passing the ball. Solid at spotting the open man.
Here's Conley. And the shot is good. Conley's got 6. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Caruso. He's got 9. 17 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Snoop. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Lakers foul call.
Here's Mitchell. 20 points for him. Lets it fly. The Jazz with another miss.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. The Lakers on top, opening up a huge gap. Live from Vivint Smart Home Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Thomas. He's out there with Jordan Clarkson. Ilyasova out there with O'Neal. And it's Niang in at the force. That's the group right now for Utah.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
To the wing right side. Back to Kuzma. Here's Snoop, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
An incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Utah's shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Right side, Thomas. Gasol with the steal. Now the pass to Horton Tucker. Harrell kicks to Kuzma. Beyond the arc. Knocks down the 3 balls. He has 45 points.
Such a consistent night for him from the field. Whenever they've needed it, he's been their safety valve.
Niang passes to Clarkson. Game continues to evolve, Greg. Any changes in particular that you do not like?
That's a great question. You know, I'd like to see the replay review streamlined a little bit better. I wouldn't mind a touch more physicality being allowed in the game, but as much as we tend to complain, the one thing I have learned is if you're honest, you go back, we always complain. I don't care what the era is. Nobody's ever truly happy, and I'm not going to spend all my time worrying about that stuff, partner. I'm just going to enjoy the game that we are all so fortunate enough to be able to watch.
Totally agree. Shot clock at 6. Thomas. And he banks in the layup. Thomas got his first points of the game.
Oh, look, when the D will give it to you, that's where you want your shots coming from. Arm's length from the bucket.
McLemore with the ball. Thomas is there. Now here's Matthews. From deep. But they'll get another chance. Kuzma kicks to Matthews. And again, it's the Lakers. Here's Niang. And now we've got the intentional foul. Greg, your son's been drafted. You were drafted in the NBA. As you look back on the process that you went through and your son Cole has gone through, what are some of the flags? What are some of the things that stand out to you?
First and foremost, boy, how time flies. I mean, it wasn't
Yeah,
that
no
long
kidding.
ago, at least
No
it feels
kidding.
like, that they were calling my name on draft night. But
91, right?
Yeah.
91.
You know, every stage of life, though, has its joys. And listen, to play the game I love and now see him playing it at this level, it's truly a blessing. And in his case, he probably loves it even more. You know, he didn't grow up the way I did. He grew up just with a true love and passion for the game. So it's humbling and obviously something that I take great pride in.
You were taken out of UNLV 1991, number 12 overall. Remember it like it was yesterday. Got a piece of it. Here's Dudley, and he goes in for the dunk.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Lakers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. Markieff Morris has checked in for Marc Gasol. Shot clock at 3. Azubuike trying to break free. Niang, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. Utah has gone 0 of 3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. O'Neal passes to Niang. Back to O'Neal from the arc. The shot comes out, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Snoop. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
That's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
To stop the run, another miss by Utah. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And that one, good.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this win.
Here's Niang. That's tipped. Connects again. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy. Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Greg.
Haters gotta pay me for a diss when I never miss it. It's a hurt my youngest, they just for it. When they it's a split. Young boy, when I never miss. My oh my, what a time to be alive. Call my name every time we fly. G5, we just living life. Put in a good word. I'm on a good team. I got a whole squad of we on the same things. We on the same line. We got the same goals. We got the same brothers. We got the same souls. Oh, what's it gonna be? I got money on me. All dogs go to Vegas. Put 100,000 on me. I got haters around me. Like Carface and Charlie. We ain't got no attachment. I kick them off like Chun-Li. Come up from the hill. Watch it. Then we watch up. Swap it out. It's a flip. Haters gotta pay me for a diss when I never miss it. It's hurt my youngest, they just for it. When they hit, it's a split. Young boy, when I never miss. Light up the sky in the nighttime. Let your light shine. Say my name, say it 3 times. Out my way, now it's me time. Oh, I be on my own thing, I be on my own. I be focused on the money in my zone. I got 20 jobs, I need 20 clones. I got 20 hustles, I need 20 phones. I need Here go. You can have the profits, help you get a bag. Here go. Come up from the hill, watch it, then we watch a swap it out. It's a flip, Woo. Haters gotta pay me for a diss when I never miss. It's heard my youngest, they just for it. When they, it's a split. Young boy, I never miss.
About the way it blow the spot. You say we know you not talking that with a start, yeah. No, you ain't hot, yeah. You don't get guap, no, you ain't on top, yeah. About the way it blow the spot. You say we know you not talking that with a start, yeah. No, you ain't hot, yeah. You don't get guap, no, you ain't on top, yeah. You know we up, it's start, don't give, don't chase, no love, just need my bars, gotta go run it all I need. My funds, boy, I don't need to stunt, wanna stack for fun, yeah. Ay, I'm on the way, straight to the top, don't give a about what you say. Ain't got no time for that talking, I'm making plays. I'm always doing me, either way, yeah. About the way it blow the spot. You say we know you not talking that with a start, yeah. No, you ain't hot, yeah. You don't get guap, no, you ain't on top, yeah. About the way it blow the spot. You say we know you not talking that with a start, yeah. No, you ain't hot, yeah. You don't get guap, no, you ain't on top, yeah. Glow, what do you know? You don't know, don't even talk, boy, you up. Better watch your mouth, man, waiting at your door. Gotta tell my cause they ain't with the flow, yeah. I can't wait on you, no, I gotta move. Ooh, no, I gotta move. Don't care what you do, no, we up, you lose. About the way it blow the spot. You say we know you not talking that with a start, yeah. No, you ain't hot, yeah. You don't get guap, no, you ain't on top, yeah. About the way it blow the spot. You say you know you not talking that with a start, yeah. No, you ain't hot, yeah. You don't get guap, no, you ain't on top, yeah.
Okay. Flipper, I'ma win again. I'ma win again. I'ma win again. Again. What else? I'ma win again. I'ma win again. I'ma win again. Again. Don't quit until it's over. Don't quit until it's over. Don't quit until it's over. Over.
Ewing.
Cause I'ma win again.
Ewing.
Cause I'ma
Ewing.
win again.
Exum. Ienga. Eze.
Again. Winner. Center. I come a long way from a beginner. Big wheels in the winter. I'm a sore loser, so I became a winner. Top dollar, Don Dada. So I might have to holler.
Fuck.
I'm fresh to death, but I don't pop my collar. I'll make a 20 tomorrow. Money.
Fuck.
I cut her off if the mission failed. There's no taking L. Win, never lose. Money play, never snooze. Stack the paper what I choose. I get solve it with no clues. Walking the what's the move? I'ma win again. I'ma win again. I'ma win again. Again. What else? I'ma win again. I'ma win again. I'ma win again. Again. Don't quit until it's over. Don't quit until it's over. Don't quit until it's over. Over. Cause I'ma win again. Cause I'ma win again. Cause I'ma win again. again. Win-win with some good friends. I hit the stash and then bought a Benz. I do it, you copy. I know you watching, I know I said all the trends. You got a 10, I stack 10 on 10s. You say I'm not having, please come again. In the back of the back in New York, I'm covered in tiger skin. You lucky for
Fuck, Volvana, fog, fuck.
Like a toaster. When I'm need a chauffeur, there's no losing or no ties. Business days wear a tie. My finesse smooth as a spy. Aim your dreams for the sky. I'ma win again. I'ma win again. I'ma win again. Again. What else? I'ma win again. I'ma win again. I'ma win again. Again. Don't quit until it's over. Don't quit until it's over. Don't quit until it's over. Over. Cause I'ma win again. Cause I'ma win again. Cause I'ma win again. Again.
What's his name?
Old boy.
Old boy.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Let's get it. Been did it. Yeah. I be counting so much that my hands tired. Never scared of high stakes like a vampire. I be like a campfire. No, I'm not in the my hands tied. I'm that guy. You be saving them. You a flash drive. Tell them I ain't wasting no time. Put that pen to that pad like a Scantron. I be counting so much that my hands tired. Never scared of high stakes like a vampire. I be like a campfire. No, I'm not in the my hands tied. I'm that guy. You be saving them. You a flash drive. Tell them I ain't wasting no time. Put that pen to that pad like a Scantron. Man, I'm minding my business, my franchise. I've been like I'm mankind. Man, you think you can beat me? I'm live, man. These losing it. Man, it's and this sweat every line. Man, I seen it for real with my eyes. I could look like a lottery grand prize, but I'm probably the humblest. I ain't really type that will speak on it. I walk on a beat, put my feet on it. It's easy to, I don't reach for it. Then I kick back like it recoil. Y'all hating a lot, swear they be faking a lot. I stray away from the ops. They like to fixate, they just like my mixtape. They can't wait for the drop. Been counting so much that my hands tired. Never scared of high stakes like a vampire. I be like a campfire. No, I'm not in the my hands tied. I'm that guy. You be saving them. You a flash drive. Tell them I ain't wasting no time. Put my pen to that pad like a Scantron. I be counting so much that my hands tied. Never scared of high stakes like a vampire. I be like a campfire. No, I'm not in the my hands tied. I'm that guy. You be saving them. You a flash drive. Tell them I ain't wasting no time. Put my pen to that pad like a Scantron. Be running the mouth. Why they mad? Cause I'm flying in handouts. I don't sag. Won't catch me with my Nazi stand up. Turn them. Hailing cats, why your hand out? Cut the family tree and had a branch out. Look, I remember being in the kitchen, had to like a bad child. Whoa. Always acting for like a full court, ain't going back and forth with the team. Those my from the start, I put that on my heart. I swear I wear it on my sleeve. No, my this the realest, really cut different. So I think it's in the genes. Yeah, it's really all or nothing. Quit it with the bluffing, really nothing. I be counting so much that my hands tired. Never scared of high stakes like a vampire. I be like a campfire. No, I'm not in the my hands tied. I'm that guy. You be saving them. You a flash drive. Tell them I ain't wasting no time. Put that pen to that pad like a Scantron. I be counting so much that my hands tired. Never scared of high stakes like a vampire. I be like a campfire. No, I'm not in the my hands tied. I'm that guy. You be saving them. You a flash drive. Tell them I ain't wasting no time. Put that pen to that pad like a Scantron. no one man struggle above another. A new 24 hours, time to work on all my trouble. I'm tired of hustling, trying to make my money double. Need changes in my life, gotta get up out that bubble. I gotta get it right now. Look, you waiting, I'm being patient. The clock is racing. I can't have no time wasted. It's a whole lot of time in the day. When you put it to use, or let it waste away, Rise and shine, it's time to grind. I gotta get mine. Said the concept, the time is all up in our mind. Sometimes it's slow, other times it be flying. I seen 24 years with my very own eyes. They try, but they can't put a price up on my time. Finally figured out what I'ma do with my life. The purpose of this life ain't to work, eat, sleeping, and living more for I. Cause you never know what the future holds, what tomorrow brings. The best day of life for the fat lady sings. What I mean, we can't last till infinity. Leaving behind nothing but artifacts and memories. So when I'm gone, how will they remember me? Hope it's for positive and not negativity. Was I a leech or a source of energy? I'm working on my legacy. I gotta get it right now. Forget waiting, I'm being patient. The clock is racing. I can't have no time wasted. It's a whole lot of time in the day. When you put it to use or let it waste away, What do we do with the life that we've been given? Find out what you like, what you want, just stick with it. Just make a decision, regardless of circumstances, you gotta roll with it. They told me ask for it, work toward it, and you get it. Only looking forward, the past is already written. Looking to the future, each day I'm working to get to my destination. I know it takes time, I know it takes patience, but one day I'll be facing everything I ever wanted. It means much more when you know you work for it. Turning my dreams into real life scenes, thoughts and emotions into real life things. More cautious of what I think, careful on what I speak. They say imagination become your reality. Taking time thinking of myself happily. Working every day, I'ma get there gradually. I gotta get it right now. Forget waiting, I'm being patient. The clock is racing. I can't have no time wasted. It's a whole lot of time in the day. When you put it to use or let it waste away. Every single day is a chance to do something better. It's your life to live, so you gotta take advantage. Either take what life will give you or you set a goal and plan it. Ain't no settling, speak up for it and demand it. Love, happiness, and freedom is all I needed and wanted. Thinking positive when I wake up in the morning. I'm enjoying every second, every minute, every hour, every day. Made a thin line between my work and my play. Said you won't change, it's a new year every day. You walking or you talking cause it's time to make a play. All this time, see I gotta set a schedule every day. It's 24 hours, I can't let it go. I gotta get it right now. Forget waiting, I'm being patient. The clock is racing. I can't have no time wasted. It's a whole lot of time in the day. When you put it to use or let it waste away,
Crack the code to the safe. Hard to hear you when my mind's on 20 mil. Crack the code to the safe. Rolling out a chance on the heist. I'm solid as gold. Yeah, it's kinda tough to make me fold. Make me fold. Can't make me fold. I'm solid as gold. Yeah, it's kinda tough to make me fold. Hard to hear you when my mind's on 20 mil. Crack the code to the safe. Rolling out a chance on the heist. I'm solid as gold. Yeah, it's kinda tough to make me fold. Make me fold. Can't make me fold. I'm solid as gold. Yeah, it's kinda tough to make me fold.
Call me Mr. 20 mil, cause that's how I feel. Don't gotta rock designer clothes, boy, to get them. They be running like a heel, cause I keep it real, but still can't hear a thing. I'm trying to put these VVS's in my chains, trying to put these sit trees on my rings. Woo. Tens a night and smoky chords, handles all the vibes. Yeah, woke boy, I see it in your eye. Gotta say these, they ain't trying to pay you. I'm the best emotionally, they wearing cause my words hitting through their chest. This you can't step on, you need some stronger Teflon. I deserve it cause I earned it cause I deserve it. Only man living with a purpose. Take the lead and turn them kings and queens to them gods. Service fee of 20 million after million, y'all.
Hard to hear you when my mind's on 20 mil. Crack the code to the safe. Rolling out a chance on the heist. I'm solid as gold. Yeah, it's kinda tough to make me fold. Make me fold. Can't make me fold.
Nah.
I'm solid as gold. Yeah, it's kinda tough to make me fold.
Got me feeling like a dog when I sing the song. I can almost taste the cake, man, I can't wait. It's like every time that I write, me and spirit take flight, connect and create light. Just like Khaled said, boy, that's a major key. So ain't gon' Tesla me. Must be out your brains. They got no shame, no type experience. They souls ain't big enough. That mean you not familiar. You ain't been here long enough. You not La Familia. Nah, so no, we don't feel ya. We take our time to decide how to. It's a heist. Stick up, I mean to entice. When I say you not living, yeah. So you might as well give it to me. I'll and one through them lanes, darker with the 3. Hard to hear you when my mind's on 20 mil. Crack the code to the safe. Roll not a chance on the heist. I'm solid as gold. Yeah, it's kinda tough to make me fold. Make me fold. Can't make me fold. I'm solid as gold. Yeah, it's kinda tough to make me fold. Hard to hear you when my mind's on 20 mil. Crack the code to the safe. Roll not a chance on the heist. I'm solid as gold. Yeah, it's kinda tough to make me fold. Make me fold. Can't make me fold. I'm solid as gold. Yeah, it's kinda tough to make me fold.
2-3 bands, and you think it's sweet, little. I ain't never gonna stand my hand. If we too deep, but the whole block deep, swear to I ain't never gonna feel my man. Money gon' come, let the money gon' go. All these fame, so they getting too close, so I stay on my guys that been by my side, cause I know they gon' ride to the car getting drive. New drip, had to pick up some shows. New kicks, I don't care what it costs. Ruthless, I don't care who lost. Stupid, I'm in church with a boss, and I know they don't wanna see the young boy win. 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 When I come out, there's a whole lot of as a youngin', I just wanted to be famous. Hopped in the booth to a screen that we made it. Other day I was recording in the basement. Now I pull up to a show in a spaceship. How you streaming day one, do a fake? Nah, I did. Wanna pull up on the ass show, Lord, that be. And if they let me in the game, I'ma change it. Ain't a lot of say ever basic. Poppin', I'ma stay bull, me some baby. See me, they ain't never gonna say. Bust down, they ain't never gonna take this. Money I got, can't make this. Cotton blue shits, bro, gon' hate this. Mama so proud, I'ma take on vacation. I be going hard, remember used to starve. Remember played on the boulevard, going downtown, tryna. And if I call Tar Heel, I don't better feel no more without. Brody on the news, whole face on the camera. Free on my day one, not the slammer. Told black and white, he a panda. Got me fit like I'm Santa. All this designer got me in Atlanta. Honestly, I ain't playing games no more. And they I ain't worried about you, what you worried about me? I'ma still pop out with a fresh white tee with some retro J's and some fresh Nikes. 2-3 bands, and you think sweet little. I ain't never gonna stand my hand. If we too deep, but the whole block deep, swear to I ain't never gonna feel my man. Money gon' come, let the money gon' go. All these fame, so they getting too close, so I stay on my guys that been by my side, cause I know they gon' ride to the car getting drive. New drip, had to pick up some shows. New kicks, I don't care what it costs. Ruthless, I don't care who lost. Stupid, I'm in charge of a boss, and I know they don't wanna see the young boy win. They don't wanna see the young boy win. They don't wanna see the young boy win. They don't wanna see the young boy win.
Shake up, they don't wanna see me win. Flex up, I'ma jump out the gym. New water, watch that young boy swim. I got it the harder way like I'm Tim. In that Maybach, you can't see through the tint. I ride foreign, but bro, in a plays on my dolly. Think I made it, these don't know me. No, this is not a chain, it's a trophy. Boss up here, baby, like Jody. Used to I used to be OD. I'm talking money, put the cash. Doing that dash on the freeway. I knew I would get it, they didn't believe me. Baby, I make it look easy. Calling and saying she need me. I know she see me with TJ. Put my whip through the speed race. She wanna link up, that's a no-go. I've been stacking my cheesecake. Yeah, I get to the racks and I'm up by the rim. Collecting a bag and I do it again.
2-3 bands, you think it's sweet little. I ain't never gonna stand my hand. If we too deep, but the whole block deep, swear to I ain't never gonna feel my man. Money gon' come, let the money gon' go. All these fake, so they getting too close, so I stay on my guys that been by my side, cause I know they gon' ride to the car getting drive. New drip, had to pick up some shows. New kicks, I don't care what it costs. Ruthless, I don't care who lost. Stupid, I'm in charge of a boss, and I know they don't wanna see the young boy win. They don't wanna see the young boy win. They don't wanna see the young boy win. They don't wanna see the young boy win.
Hey, UD.
What's good, my boy?
Mr. 305.
Yes, sir.
Wade County.
16 years later.
We done made history.
3 rings on our fingers. Pockets getting fatter. We getting greater.
I'm the son of a saint, still considered a sinner. 3 rings on his finger, yeah, that boy was a winner. Never known as a singer, but this might be a single. Always bet on your homies, then go batter. Ball is my passion. Check the stats if they asking. Shorty checking my page. She followed my fashion. My life is a film, and Gab's the lead. She's so precious to me. As the edit I breathe. Time to fuel up the jet. D-Way jersey to drip. Lamborghinis to match. Got 3 G's on the strip. These haters beneath us as I'm lacing my sneakers. Season 16, Lamborghinis and Nimas.
I'm shooting my shot, every car that I cop, every record I break, every rock in my watch, every step that I take, still won't stop no mistakes. I'm talking major league, never minimum wage. So proud to be the descendant of a motorcade, several Mercedes, so get out my way. Tangerine, still in my slippers, still shed a tear for all my homies, black boy in the gates. Let's find a masseuse, then inspire the youth. If it's best for the, then let's call it a truce. My chains get tangled. These be hateful. My mama's still praying, so really I'm grateful.
I'm still here, looking through the window, watching the days go by, watching the sunrise. Why don't you try? I'm still here, looking through the window, watching the days go by, watching the sunrise. Why don't you try?
I promised to pray for a positive fate. Had the world in your palms, but he shed a tear in the. Then they, mom just sat in the days. The models be nice, we call it run and shoot. Any problems tonight? Like Boris Becker, I want 200 checkers. So if they want to slow our records, it just won't affect us. Take my boys to Mecca, on my blessing. With my dogs, you could. They try to give me, I bet I get to heaven. I say
Thunder.
I'm such a gift.
Thunder.
I'm seated on the floor.
Thorpe.
She can
3.
see the loafers.
Thunder.
Showing love to the season ticket holders. Showing love to the season ticket holders. Showing love to the season ticket holders.
Oberto. Oshefu.
The whole city.
I'm still here, looking through the window, watching the days go by, watching the sunrise. Why don't you try? I'm still here, looking through the window, watching the days go by.
How's it feel, dog?
Watching the
You grew up here.
sunrise. Why don't
How's
you
it
try?
feel?
Sparks.
Feel great, baby. I know the South Beach until I got an NBA. I just want you to know that, my boy.
And listen, we put on for the city 16 years, 5 finals, 3 rings. We put those
Parks.
trophies over our head. We put on for the. Man, let me calm down, man.
Don't calm
say
down.
something up in this booth. I'll say something up in this booth that.
Mr. 305, do what you do.
Got my own county. Listen, the love in this city has been crazy, man. I appreciate it, dog. Thanks for giving my own county.
I told you, man, you got the beach. I got crossed that bridge. Can't play with us, man. Can't do nothing around here, boy.
Hey, Ross. Man, they nothing but love, baby.
Big homie, you know what it is. Always. Still with the 3 rings later, though.
Axel.
Bring they juice.
They expecting this one.
Facts. My. Woo back, baby. Woo back, baby. Woo. Yeah. Let me see some. Okay. Look, you cannot say pop and forget. I'm from the floors with. So they turn driving through the veil, dropping it. I got a laugh cause these jokes drill like who these? I don't know. But I'm gonna go. And I'm in that Bugatti, moving 200, giving me and Trey, that's what. All you see is helicopters. I'm in the engine, revving. Get that, my chicks is clearing. Your chicks is spending. And I got a couple, let me know. If you want, cause boy I can send them. And I got a, and she got a Louis bag, yeah. Okay. Flex, my woo back, baby. Woo. Let me see some. Okay. My woo back, baby. Woo. Let me see some. Okay.
Got it jumping out the zoo. Seeing yellow flame, hot moves. Break my head down till I have my face. Duck away. She wanna lay up and hibernate. I took a chance, there's a lot to take. I took her right in and up right away. She needed. It cost me 3 for the. But the V, she let it twirl to the beat. I send a better reach. Wearing pearls, bits of bees. I only hurl at my pee.
Nah, 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 nah. Woo back, baby. Woo back, baby. Woo. Let me see some. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. My woo back, baby. Woo back, baby. Woo. Let me see some. Okay, okay. Okay, okay.
Jimenez.
I've been trying to call. I've been on my own for long enough. Maybe you can show me how to love. Maybe I'm going through a drought. You don't even have to do too much. Maybe you can show me how to love. Baby, I look around since city's cold and empty. No one's around to judge me. I can see clearly when you're gone. I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I said, ooh, I'm drowning in the night. Oh, when I'm like this, you're the one I just, hey, hey, hey. I'm running out of time, 'cause I can see the sun light up the sky. So I hit the road in overdrive, baby. Oh, the city's cold and empty. No one's around to judge me. I can see clearly when you're gone. And I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I said, ooh, I'm drowning in the night. Oh, when I'm like this, you're the one I just. I'm just coming back to let you know I can never say it on the phone. They'll never let you go this time. I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. Hey, hey, I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch.
Hit the strip out the school, couldn't wait till I got out of class. Used to stare at the clock. And before all this rap, I was and doing. And I'm straight from the shop, but I ball like a king up in Cali and like Stojakovic. Keep applying that pressure, I go on the run. It ain't no letting up, ain't no stopping this. Had to tell my little brother to chill, gotta stay in the house, come outside, he be. You ain't heard about us? Well, you need to go watch the news. Know we be dropping. Got the. Cause they think I'm the one who been banning them. I'm just focused on music. They say my last tape was a classic, but I got some harder. Might be rocking the show, or if I'm not up in the studio, I'm this cash off. Don't you know Polo G skinny tall with the dreads, he rapping his off. Yeah, I heard she got surgery, still wanna just to see if go like hard with rocks, we blast off. Tried to throw us some, but we made them fumble like, no, you ain't getting that pass off. Been a block, now I'm taking my mask off. like you racing speed off in them foreigns and leave tire marks on the asphalt. It's gonna be a once your you like front. Another day, a new chain or all this ice got me freezing like Jack Frost.
That boy, that's his fault. If you played it, you like, we can crash out. When I up and hit, better and BOA pulling them bands out. Rockstar from the block, I stand out. Came from nothing, I put my advance out. When I hit the game with my flow, 3 and out. I'm not your average Joe when I leave the house. I'm rich, I don't shop on no budget. He catch him, all the youngin' want him a bucket. I hop on his. If I said it, I seen it or done it. Deal it, nobody, ain't caught nobody, and ain't getting no money. Where I'm from is sports. We looked up to the. Even if won't make it out. My being had fame. Took off like I was on the runway. I'm a star, but still post on the one way. Them top, but they won't play. Let them they say like the choir on Sunday.
Yeah, hop on the scene and I'm. So you know that I'm clutching. Catch me up. The police keep asking, I'm changing the subject. Where I grew up, man, it was real. You not gonna in the hundreds, I ain't doing no. Like he David Ruffin. I ain't gon' I don't even like rapping, but I love. So when I get done, I'ma. When he clock out, I'ma get his job. And I don't know why the. With me, cause they ain't stopping. Yeah, spin on your block like a remix. Yeah. So much money, you gotta put that on scale. We ain't not going back to being broke. One time for all my young in the trenches. Woo! Ain't chasing the dream. You know the routine. Look what they made of the team. You know the routine. I know why they jealous. I be on the type of stuff they never seen. You know the routine. Whole never level, I don't know and ain't even mean. Whoa, whoa. Young, blowing all money, spend a million, make it back. Whoa, man up off all hustle. I don't even got a ride. Whoa, grinding, I get it, stacking, I spin it. You know the routine. You know the routine. Popping the tags, getting the bags. You know the routine. Hey, you know the routine.
Michael Murray put a hole in my jeans. I ain't playing in the whole nother league. Go to Philly, then I go to Reddy's, then I get a rollie, then I meet it, and then I get it, and then I take it. Feel like Carson Wentz, I got the wisdom. If I sit the bench, I got a funny feeling that you falling. Boy, still the coldest. This the moment I come different, yo. Yeah, bait for Lauren, no monkey business. Can't H&M us, no. Shout
Yeah. Yeah. Look at me, 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 look at me now. You kidding me? All of my jewelry costs about 100,000. My enemies never had sympathy. Fergie finna hopping up mentally. Who am I? No. Hey, look at me now. No. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me now. No. Yeah. Look at me now. No. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me now. Fell in love with that is what happened today. Ay, found that it's the end. That is what I say. Ay, told that girl like I finna fly my out to L. Girl acting like she outpost. Flacco cop new Rari. Tell us I wanna race. Velo with Barry. All of my got taste. We gon' march in the party. Get out of my way. Like karate. Don't wanna meet that. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me now. Jewelry costs about 100,000. My enemies never had sympathy. Fergie finna hopping up mentally. Who am I? No. Hey, look at me now. No. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me now. No. Yeah. Look at me now. No. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me now. Send a double to your bando. Send them through your sandals. They say I remind them of Rondo. Like I'm Alejandro. My Dominican like Halo. No couple. Yo, that pull up to your grip like circus. So lit. Man, I need my money. I took your time and time ago. I can now. Feel like I'm in the Congo. Run through the jungle like that. Man, I came up on a bundle. So take that. Look at me, 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 look at me now. You kidding me? All of my jewelry costs about 100,000. My enemies never had sympathy. Fergie finna hopping up mentally. Who am I? No. Hey, look at me now. No. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me now. No. Yeah. Look at me now. No. Look at me, look at me, look at me now.
How you gonna run the world? You can't even run your life. I'm Destiny's child, every day I survive. No time to plan how to improvise. If you was real, you'll recognize. How do you sleep at night when you don't even fight for your right? How do you sleep at night when you never even fight for your right? They can't see my face, I'm like I gotta start bread, cutting bill in my. They know I'm so solid, they calling me Harvey. I get all the and all of the. I'm at Barbie. I got one like Nicki and one like Cardi. You might see me and Riri in a Rari. I'm the father, I'm giving the orders. How can my man overcharge us? I had to finesse, I done a koalas. I don't ever rest, that's why I'm the hardest. Get the bread, avoid the drama. You can avoid the feds, but not the karma. Protect your chest with body armor. And get the from the farmer. How you gonna run the world? You can't even run your life. I'm Destiny's child, every day I survive. No time to plan how to improvise. If you was real, you'll recognize. How do you sleep at night when you don't even fight for your right? How do you sleep at night when you never even fight for your right? But hold it steady. Skinny man, but I'm rolling heavy. I saw boy them flying in a heli. It was a big dilemma like Nelly and Kelly. Made a list of all my goals like my name is L. I was a real. The only way to repay him is to give him the world. And when I get my own wife, he can as well. 100 racks on my belt. And as long as I'm alive, we can never fail. Wants a new, but I told him relax. Right now I got a stack and pay for my tax. Used to, but I still prayed with the axe. Now I do rap, but I still play with the. How you gonna run the world? You can't even run your life. I'm Destiny's child, every day I survive. No time to plan how to improvise. If you was real, you'll recognize. How do you sleep at night when you don't even fight for your right? How do you sleep at night when you never even fight for your right? How you gonna run the world, you can't even run your life? I'm Destiny's child, every day I survive. No time to plan how to improvise. If you was real, you'll recognize. How do you sleep at night when you don't even fight for your right? How do you sleep at night when you never even fight for your right?
Yeah, the word to mine. And when they swing that way to the right, you swing to the left, you heard?
Bobby,
Woo! I ain't been broke in a minute, don't get it fitted. Toe off the bow in a Bentley. The city, I do not dance or jiggy. Tucked under this Fendi, I like it, I spin it. I just came right out the jeweler, the ice on my neck and my wrist and my fist, I ain't finished. I was just working at Denny's, came back and counted some millions. I ain't no regular civilian. Red, yellow, green, look like my neck a chameleon. Okay, spin it, I ain't been broke in a minute. He offended, I'm a Da Vinci offended. I cracked that Chevy for 40. Off the OA, I cannot know my bros, I ain't been broke in a minute. I'm at the mall out in Venice. I need a swipe in a digit. Calling up Kales. He did 250 on Biddy. It ain't no biggie. Montclair Kiki. Don't tell me I need a percentage. If you gon' it's expensive. Nordstrom rack, swipe my gift. I ain't been broke in a minute. 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 He thought the money make you happy, it don't make you different. I start to see that myself
Conley,
when I got a couple
Connor,
million.
Connaughton.
The mud, I can't lie, I seen too much real outside there. I told my brother had some patience and your day'll come. Now he sitting in the but he ain't got no. You can't walk inside my shoes like a sneaker come.
Conley, Connaughton.
Make a way out like it was my first day out. Remember my first day out. Now I got M's in account. I got some in the south.
Jimenez.
These streets by my side, you don't want with I felt so stuck in my life, I had to. If I hurt your feelings, I'm sorry, I don't apologize. My penthouse got.
It's too bright outside, cause I'm low on the phone, you say. So I talk till I drop, you say, how could I have a heart made of stone? Why you? Oh, when we synchronize, it's exactly what I thought when I fantasized. Playing games with my mind, making us collide. And we know how it goes when we're out at night. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. When you patronize, feel so satisfied. When I dig in the dirt,
Jimenez.
paradise. And I know that you know I can sleep at night. Oh, when you're by my side, and it's smooth how you move, cause I'm petrified. Setting traps in my head, messing with my mind. When you talk. I miss. If I was to call your phone, I know you'd click. Baby, can I have the throne? I call it quits. You can even have my car, I don't need it. I've been inside my room since you left it, thinking about the place where we first kissed. Oh.
another one.
I'm from the home of all of tryna put my life in front of cameras. They ain't asking how I got my bands up, but I'm still winning, they still waiting for an answer. Clean money, mix it, then that through a tantrum. Fave, I hit the booth and make an anthem. Came from hopping turnstiles to jumping out the fan. And I'ma stand up, can't with no random. Get your bands up, my haters broke, I can't stand them. Still in the streets, I'm ballin' like Air One. My money clean and that. They tryna put my life in front of cameras. They watching me, see a young, living glamorous. I was. She my favorite, I'm a fan of. Came from poverty, used to take his racks on me, pockets heavy, so I cop Dior bells. Then I moved into the mansion, remember I had no money for a hotel. All my niggas on this band, so if you ain't talking money, get a voicemail. I'm from the home of all of. They tryna put my life in front of cameras. They ain't asking how I got.
Out the window, ayy, came up, ballin' with my kinfolk, ayy, pull up on 'em. I'ma hang on the rim, hang on my, ayy, gotta take photos on the grand shot side, ayy, I be
Life sucks and I never tried. Mine's lost even more than I realized. Time's up, keep it moving when she arrives. If you ever heard what I heard in my mind, never try, you would cry, that's a lie, you would. I don't wanna ever come down from my. I'm in the best seats from time and the next breed. If you come and me directly, don't need no one to defend me. Souls in a place even I can't get to, don't mess with it. Moon waves in open seas, quick coasting overseas. Bun knows who don't believe, they will never wanna admit I'm the best here from the mere fact that I've got ovaries. It's a woman's world, so to speak. Never giving credit where it's due, cause you don't like power, venom. Part in the day in the life you can't be here for. It's the day in the life of OGs dealing with. Won't leave, not a word you will listen when my soul speaks. Down I go, so follow me, follow me, follow me. Actually don't follow me, nobody bother me. I'm a best honesty, but I know your policies. They wanna demolish me, use me and abolish me. I don't wanna hear no apologies. Or am I in my own head, can't tell anymore. Psychotic to the when I dig deep, I can never find nothing left. It's a mystery, rage, nothing but rage. Can't figure out if I'm going insane. Ain't no doubt we'll be showing no mercy. So think twice if you wanna. Nothing ain't nice right here, no games. I don't wanna dart nobody in a flash. True. Hands in the air, put the money in the bag. All cash, venom.
What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. What's poppin'? I can pass that like Stockton. Just joshing. I'ma spend this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them. Sports in the top 10. I can put the ball in the end zone, put a in the friend zone.
The Magic getting off the bus earlier on. A sharp-dressed and very confident group. A beautiful look at downtown Charlotte, North Carolina, the Queen City, where we're coming to you today. Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking coming up for the Charlotte Hornets. On Thursday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz. And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Kevin, thanks. Well, among the league's deadlier weapons now is the step-back jumper. Steph Curry said, "You're always in control of the situation with that move. It is pretty effective." Portland's Damian Lillard said, "It's a tough off-balance shot, so it takes a lot of work." But people around the league are putting in that work to become even more effective. Guys?
Thanks, David. Greg, you played over a decade in the NBA. Is there an opening day that you remember most that sticks out in your mind?
No doubt. The very first time I put on that Knicks jersey, you know, your rookie year, the game was in Orlando. I got to play 28 minutes, which was a lot for a rookie back then, especially on a really good team. And it was an awesome experience. That was a moment you had dreamt of your entire life if you grew up wanting to play basketball, man, and I was pumped.
That's a great story. Now the starting group for Orlando. Fultz and Ross pair up to make the backcourt. Jonathan Isaac is out there with Carter. And it's Ennis in at the 3. And for Charlotte, we've got Tiny. DJ out there with Ball. And it's Big Daddy. And it's Biyombo at the 5 spot. Ross kicks to Fultz. Back to Ross. Tipped away. And they're pushing it up. And Ball gets it to go on the assist by DJ.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine, the way that scoreboard's going to light up.
Now here's Fultz. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Boy, for a young guy, Fultz is really a smart player. Takes on the pick and roll with confidence and poise. Man, outstanding work.
DJ with it. He's guarded by Ross. Here's Tiny. Goes up to the stripe. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Now here's Fultz. Pass to Ennis from deep. Here's Carter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And he's a crafty, kind of an old school big. Carter Jr. knows how to keep defenders off balance.
Porter's checked in for the Magic. Carter hits them both. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Hornets. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
That's well done there. I mean, don't even give him a chance to get to the block. Get in tight and finish at the rim.
The Magic have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
In the 7th pick of the 2018 draft, Carter Jr.'s potential is enticing. A bruising big man with a bright future ahead of him.
Now here's DJ. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Tiny, the pass to Big Daddy. And there's another one for the Hornets.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Fultz against Ball. Outside Porter. Pulls up on the wing, and a little luck that time, but it drops.
For a young player, I like the way Fultz sees the floor. He knows and feels when a guy is open.
Ball, the pass to Big Daddy. Here's Snoop. Good on the triple. Tiny's got 5 now.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Fultz. Porter finds Carter. Passes it to Okeke. Biyombo with the block.
Excellent timing by Biyombo and an impressive vertical, too. He's a good shot blocker because of that.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him. It's going to go on Otto Porter Jr. For Charlotte, they have started out 0 of 1 from the line, missing their only other attempt early. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, the tray. He can't get that one. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
A lot of success from mid-range so far for them, guys. If nothing else works, they can always fall back on the jump shot.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
And so in the game for the Magic, They've got Anthony. Also, Markelle Fultz out there. Otto Porter Jr. out there with Muhammad Bamba. And it's Okiki in at the 4. Got a hand on it. Here's Jimenez. And he uses the glass on the layup. ABC's got the lead up to 10 now for the Hornets. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
He'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
And Orlando making a change here. Isaac's checked in. Williams lays it up and banks it in. Williams has got his first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Pass to Isaac. Poked away. 1:35 left in the first half of basketball. 6 on the shot clock. DJ with it. Now guarded by Fultz. All going up court.
Well, a good pass there from Williams. Not known for his passing, but I think he's got to keep hitting his guys with these kinds of passes.
1:19 left in the first half. The pass to Bamba. And it's blocked. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Here's Jimenez. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's Anthony, and it's blocked. Now here's DJ, guarded by Fultz.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
And while they swept the season series against them last year, making it pretty clear how much separation exists between the two teams.
I mean, one is a playoff team. The other, question mark, ... not so much. But things change, and you're only as good as your last win. So we'll see how they handle things tonight.
Biombo is checked in for Williams. Orlando also making some changes. Carter, he's checked in for Bamba. James Ennis comes in for Porter. And it's Ross in for Markelle Fultz. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
6 to shoot. Anthony finds Isaac. Can't connect from short range. Hornets leading by 17. Pass to Big Daddy. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The Magic making a switch here. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
It could go.
Whoa! He got it in!
How about that? Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an impossible.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time after the first 2 quarters of play. It's Charlotte in control. They are in blowout territory, leading by 20. And it's just about...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. What can you say? Tiny and impressive effort here today.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Big Daddy is out there with Bismack Biyombo. And it's ABC. Then it's Tiny, and it's Ball in at the 5. Carter kicks to Ennis. Stolen. And again, Charlotte running the court in transition. And Ball slams it in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
They get it back. Carter. It's deflected. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. Chandler Parsons, he's checked in for the Hornets. McDaniels comes in for Tiny. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Orlando. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Here's Carter. The shot, no good. And it's the Hornets taking it the other way.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Here's ABC, guarded by Fultz. It's good from long range. 12 points for ABC. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to Vancouver.
right? Let's get back in both
Seattle.
those cities.
Exactly.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Kicks it to McDaniels. Back to Ball. Just 5 on the clock. That's tipped, taken away by Anthony. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. Charlotte has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the 3rd quarter so far. 32 seconds left to play in the 3rd. DJ from deep 3 sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Magic, looking ahead to their... Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
What a play.
You know, Terrence Ross is a former dunk contest champion. Ross has major levitation time.
Porter with the steal. To the paint. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. LaMelo Ball picks one up. First trip to the line for him here. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Ball with it. And so it's Charlotte ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And so in the game... for the Magic, we've got Mo Wagner. Anthony is out there with Gary Harris. Then it's Bamba, and it's Okiki in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Wanamaker. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Wanamaker's got his first points of the night.
What an amazing trick shot to confound the defender. Oh, man, that's awesome. He's taking him to school right there.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. Well, we know, Clark, that something that's also going to impact the NBA this season. Teams are not going to get a lot of footage of the incoming draft class.
Great point, Kevin. And again, that's why the executives get paid the big bucks. Hopefully they've done plenty of work to see a number of players prior to the college tournament being canceled. And it's a bit of an art and science equation anyway when you're evaluating young players. And this just exacerbates it a bit because you don't have that little bit more of information that you'd like to have. So in that case, you go with what you do have to the best of your ability.
Out to Harris. 5 on the clock. Pass to Wagner. This one for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Paul with a wide open look. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Harris outside. Pass to Wagner. Harris inside. And Carter Williams gets it to go on the assist by Harris.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Hornets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Tiny.
Tell you what, this guy worked his behind off on both ends of the floor. He was really an intimidating presence out there.
That one goes in.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Bamba finds Carter Williams. The pass to Harris. Offline with his 3. From deep three-point range, gets the bucket.
Now he's just showing off. With range like that, incredible.
So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony.
So my mama was confused. I just wanted to choose, trying to keep up with the crew. How'd y'all get everything new? I'm from the same place as you. Decisions I would choose that could put me in the news. Ever since a Juve, I've been trying to. I had to handle life before I learned how to. If my daddy ever knew the trouble I get into, I was just a youth. I gotta thank you. Instead of going to, they threw up. And I love the hoop, but didn't have the coach to play for. Everybody knew I kept a handle on the street. Waking up my neighbors, pretending I'm in the Staples. AI was my favorite, but Kobe showed me what great is. I could really make it if I turned some better grades in. Friends I love to hang with didn't help me bring no A's in. And I had to work way harder cause I'm Haitian. Couldn't stop my hesitation, dropping 30 on. Coach Kevin from the Blazers helped me change my situation. I could have been one of them cases that ain't make it to graduation. Mama told me I'm worth it.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Moments away. And thanks for joining us on this Christmas Eve. D.A., take it.
Well, Kevin and guys.
Thanks, David. Greg, at the beginning of every season, we love to see players that have worked on something during the offseason that they now have added to their game in the new season.
No doubt about it, Kevin. You know, the work doesn't end when the season ends. If you're trying to improve your skill set, or if you're trying to just put on muscle, that kind of stuff needs to be done during the break. You need to have an assessment in the right after the season. Hey, where can I get better? And then you spend the offseason on that challenge.
Season never really ends. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Wiseman's out there with Draymond Green, and it's Wiggins in at the 3 spot. And for Charlotte, they've got Big Daddy all out there with DJ, and it's ABC, and it's Tiny in at the small forward. Here's Tiny after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Here's Tiny in the game against Orlando. Very impressive. Passes the ball. Connects from three-point range.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Curry. From downtown, buries it from three-point range.
Anything the opponent does, trust me, Steph can do it better. He's got to be the best shooter that we've ever seen in the game.
And, of course, having that broken hand last season, Curry couldn't help the Warriors avoid a disastrous season.
Kevin Durant, gone. Clay, rehabbing. The Warriors, I mean, legitimately just left with no scoring whatsoever. But Steph Curry, when he's healthy, changes that whole narrative.
Here's Wiggins after the basket by Charlotte. And finished off by Wiseman.
Yeah, Draymond Green, we know he plays with attitude and he plays with force. And his teammates appreciate the unselfish approach he has.
And that one is good.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Falk, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
So it's the Warriors now. After the basket by Charlotte, Curry wide open, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Curry's got 5 now.
A catch and shoot opportunity for Steph. It's just effortless.
And they're able to recover. Here's ABC, guarded by Curry. Second chance shot. Nice jump shot. Good. And it's 6 points for ABC.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Parks passes the ball. Takes a 3. And it's wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close the quarter.
Well, you love nailing the last second shot. Always a feel-good moment.
And that concludes the... And for anyone who thinks this game isn't about hard work.
I can't tell you how many shots I've taken.
And as we know, Greg, Steph comes from a family of great shooters. It's in the blood.
But as you said, it's about the work. NBA players have had tons of kids. Most don't make it in this league. Steph is on his way to being one of the best to ever grace the hardwood.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game, guys. We've been watching from the Hornets.
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, we've got Wiseman, Kelly Oubre out there with Eric Pascal. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Poole in at the shooting guard position. Ball against Curry. And it's off from three-point range. Hornets leading by 9.
And looking at Curry's stats, one thing that jumps out, and it may be a little surprising, for the last 3 seasons, he's averaged over 5 rebounds a game.
And the Warriors with possession here after Charlotte getting the 3. Here's Wiseman. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactics.
And those rebounding numbers, GA, just speak to Curry's overall impact.
And when you look at Steph's size and the amount of time he spends on the perimeter, there's no way he should be cleaning the glass like that. But you can't teach heart and you can't teach instinct, and he has both.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
ABC's checked in for ball. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. They kick it out to Green. Now here's Oubre. He's covered closely. It's Curry outside, and the 3 ball is good. Curry's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And from beyond the arc, he puts a stop to that 12-0 run by Charlotte.
Tiny, the pass to Big Daddy, to the inside. Here's Parks, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
So they have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
Well, game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
Now, here's Curry. He's got 8. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Jimenez. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Warriors trail by 20. And Curry, here we go. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
How quick was that Curry drive there? The D having no choice but to body him up. Try to make the effort to throw him off, but they end up fouling him.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. There's 18 seconds left in the first half. Here's Tiny, covered by Wiggins. Jimenez, the pass to Big Daddy. Here's Tiny, up in time. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of the first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket. And that'll do it.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Man, we're seeing a tremendous game from LaMelo Ball.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Hornets, ABC is out there with Big Daddy. Then it's Tiny, then it's DJ, and it's Ball in at the 1. Curry against Ball. There's Green with the 3. That one's not going to go. Hornets leading by 22. Here's ABC. He's got 9. Kicks it to DJ. Pass to Jimenez. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Thompson. And Charlotte again with the bucket. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
They're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Where hasn't he scored from? Inside, outside, in between game, driving to the hoop. Steph doing it all right here.
Ball with the bucket.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Wiseman kicks to Thompson. Over to the wing. It's blocked. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. Williams, he's checked in for the Hornets. McDaniels comes in for Tiny. And the Warriors making a change here. And so Green will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. There's Ball with the 3, and another 3 for Charlotte.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
There's the pass to Bazemore. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. This is his first free throw of the game. And the Hornets making a change here. Biombo's checked in. Golden State also making some changes. Eric Paschal comes in for Green, and Oubre subbed in for Andrew Wiggins. Ball feeling it out a bit. Pass to McDaniels. Back to Ball. From deep. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Hornets on top, running away with it. We'll get right back to the action. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Kelly Oubre out there with Eric Paschal. What a jam!
Wow, fans loving that right there.
What a jam!
Nice. He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Oubre outside. Pass to Paschal. Charlotte has gone 6 of 7 from long range tonight. They've been on fire from way outside. Back to Parsons. Makes it off the glass.
And far from just a jump shooter, Parsons also has the touch down low when needed. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Poole, the pass to Oubre. Right at the free throw line, and the Warriors miss again. So it's the Hornets now. Here in the 4th quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Wanamaker, the pass to Martin. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one. to go with all the contact. Greg, after we saw top prospects like LaMelo Ball and R.J. Hampton playing a year in Australia, the NBA G League sweetened the deal to attract those blue chippers to this G League, which I think is a very interesting topic and a very interesting way to go.
It is. You know, I think the salaries now can exceed $500,000, not to mention the endorsement deals, and they're on a single team that's built around their needs. Certainly an enticing option for those who want to skip the college route.
Does this affect colleges, in your opinion, in their recruiting?
Not at all. You're going to love your school no matter who plays for them, especially if you're winning.
Lee outside. Down low, intercepted.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Hornets.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for LaMelo Ball.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Here's Looney to end the run. Martin with the block. It's tipped. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend.
I had to fight for it. Some of my cousins for it. A lot of free the guys for it. My king still $1 million mission for it. All my going for it, yelling same team. How you mean? Thought you knew about all my going for it, yelling same team. How you mean? Thought you knew about the team. All my going for it, yelling same team. How you mean? Thought you knew about the team. All my going for it, yeah.
The city of Charlotte, North Carolina is the setting for our broadcast tonight. And isn't the view magnificent? Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thank you very much.
Thanks, David. That's David Aldridge, our NBA Hall of Famer. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at the Hornets. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them.
And you know, for the Hornets, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
They've been one of the great stories in the league this year. No doubt about it. Fans all over the league have gotten behind these guys.
The starters for the Utah Jazz. Mitchell is the 2 with Ingles at the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Conley in at the 1. And for the Hornets, they've got ABC. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Big Daddy. Then it's Tiny, and it's Ball in at the point. Here's the teardrop. Unhindered, going all the way.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Mitchell outside. And his first shot of the game, no good. And And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Charlotte Hornets.
And when you talk about certain players having that it factor, Donovan Mitchell fits that bill.
He does. Confident in his approach, GA. Fearless on his attack. Donovan Mitchell is one of those guys who can go off for 50 if you let him get into rhythm. As long as he's in Utah, that team will remain competitive.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
The drive by Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
I like that Donovan Mitchell's not afraid to attack the rim. He finished strong.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
And also a lot of skill. This is exactly the type of thing you practice for over and over again.
Mitchell dishes to Gobert. Shoots from the line, and it's Mitchell missing.
The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm.
The Big Daddy passes the ball from the low block, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Conley against Ball. Now here's Conley. D right on him. Can't get it to fall.
Get that weak stuff out of here. That's embarrassing.
And then Biyombo with the dunk.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And the pass to Jimenez. Got it up. Oh, my goodness, with no time left on the clock.
Without a moment to spare, he guts this one out.
Coaches always talk about closing quarters strong. Can't do it much better than that.
Domination in the first quarter. It's And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, what do you think?
Well, you have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Crushing it, absolutely crushing it. Shooting lights out, building a big lead here early on.
So on the floor for Utah, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Ilyasova out there with Clarkson, and it's Favors in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something that I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things, winning, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly, born and raised.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And going back to his performance at the line last year, guys, 84% as a free throw shooter.
DJ is checked in for the Hornets. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Utah.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Basket counts. Big Daddy's got his second bucket of the night.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Conley scanning the floor. Now, here's Clarkson. He's tightly guarded. He kicks it to O'Neal. Clock at 6. Pass to Conley from past the arc. No good that time. Charlotte leading by 14. Parks passes to Big Daddy. Leaves it up and in off the pretty assist. Big Daddy's got 6 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Conley left side. It's deflected, and it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Biyombo is checked in for Williams. Then for the Jazz, Gobert comes in for Derek Favors. And it's Bogdanovich in for Ilyasova. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
You know what happens? You start to miss a few. You develop a lack of confidence, and suddenly it becomes contagious.
Outside Conley. Utah the rebound. Nice shot by Gobert.
Rudy wanted it more than anyone else. He's going to be around for a long time. Look forward to watching him.
Stolen by O'Neal. And now Conley running the floor all by himself. Finished off the break.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Clarkson. Bogdanovich up top, covered by Biyombo. Shot is good, and the Charlotte lead is cut back down to 12 with the bucket from Bogdanovich.
A more physical player at this stage of his career. Bojan is not bothered by the contact on that shot.
Pass the time. Here's Big Daddy. Just 3 on the clock.
Oh! And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being after the first 2 quarters of play. It's Charlotte in control. They lead by 14. And it's just about time now for the
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at ABC in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Bismack Biyombo is out there with Tiny. And it's ABC, then it's Ball, and it's Big Daddy in at the 5. So that's the Hornets 5. Conley against Ball. Biyombo with it. You know, discussing Biyombo, it's hard not to think back to Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Cleveland Cavaliers, isn't it?
I mean, how about 39 minutes? Only 7 points scored, but how about 26 rebounds to lead his team to victory? He actually had a terrific series all the way around and then parlayed that into a $72 million contract the following year.
Now Mitchell to the middle. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Few players in the league do a better job of finding the open man than Mike Conley. He can do incredible things. He can also help you win by simply being reliable.
Jazz trail by 16. High arcing shot. Hornets with the rebound.
He's doing what he can to help them cut into this lead. His shot just isn't quite there tonight.
Inside, Fox, chalk up 2 there.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Chandler Parsons, he's checked in for Bismack Biyombo. And it's McDaniels in for Tiny. Then for the Jazz, Derek Favors checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's George Niang in for Mike Conley. 1:24 left in the third. And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. And he goes big with the dunk right over LaMelo Ball.
I got a feeling Donovan Mitchell will be watching this highlight over and over and over.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two. Utah called for the foul. The Hornets shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for the Jazz.
And there's a lot of talk about Gobert's rim protection, but his rebounding is every bit as important on the defensive end.
Yeah, that's finishing off defense. Once you force them to miss, you don't want to allow second chance opportunities. Rudy Gobert averaged over 10 defensive boards a game last year. That was the best numbers of his career and top 3 in the league. Just look at the way Mitchell's built, the strength in the upper body.
Ball with the bucket.
And loving the strategy. Even though you're well ahead, you want to stay in attack mode.
You want to stay aggressive, right at the rim, driving another nail into the coffin.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And, you know, Clarkson entering the league as a second-round pick, a little unsung for most of his career, but always seems to find a way to contribute.
And the Hornets making a change here. DJ's checked in. Ball, the pass to Parsons. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists in the game. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Mitchell against Ball. 12 seconds left in the third. And the shot goes in.
Donovan Mitchell, he covers every base, even showing the touch from mid-range.
Ball feeling it out a bit. He got it up, and it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
That might be a soul-crushing basket. What a shot to carry them into the fourth quarter.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well to, when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Favors and Gobert, the tough pair inside. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Mitchell. And it's O'Neal in at the 3, the small forward. And the Jazz call time here. You know, you look at the 2020 class for the Basketball Hall of Fame, Greg, some great names. Headlined by Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant. I mean, historic players.
And all the more emotional, Kevin, having Kobe enshrined after his tragic passing. But when you look at the accomplishments of this class, arguably the most decorated that the Hall of Fame has ever seen.
And Greg, you've gotten a bird's eye view. You've gotten a front court view. You've had a chance to be alongside these Hall of Fame players.
Incredible talents, great people, and truly they've been terrific ambassadors for our game.
Ball kicks to DJ. Just 5 to shoot. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Mitchell. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Hornets.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Big Daddy.
Throughout the night, he was their catalyst at the offensive end. Play after play was run through him with great success.
Now here's Conley. Defense is right there. Here's Mitchell. Off target from outside. Here's Tiny. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
That's his third person.
So Utah ends up going with the new group.
Going to the line.
There's 39 seconds left in the game. Here's Niang. Passes it to Hughes. Just 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range, Ball with the rebound. Here's Tiny. The Big Daddy passes the Ball. Over Ilyasova, and that one drops.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the play.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd. The Hornets making their grand entrance earlier. Looking good. Confident they can get the job done in front of their home crowd. A lot going on here on the quick. And as we're reaching the end of the calendar year, here's a great chance to delve into the updated power rankings. Taking a look at Denver, they've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
And the Hornets, they've sure made a statement here early on, outpacing some teams that were expected to be better, owning that top spot and defending it with pride.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Okoro out there with Larry Nance, and it's Allen in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Charlotte, they've got DJ. Big Daddy is out there with Tiny. And there's Bismack Biyombo, and it's Ball in at the 1. The Hornets shooting their first foul shot of the night. And at this point of the season, we see which teams have gotten better. What's the toughest threshold you think, Doris, to cross?
I think, Kevin, 2 things come to mind. Obviously, championship is the aspiration of every team. Not everyone gets there. And then maybe the real pot of gold is sustained excellence, a run like you might have seen the San Antonio Spurs go through when the great Tim Duncan was on that roster. So championship and sustained success are the 2 things everybody's striving for.
Here's Allen following the bucket by the Hornets, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Jared Allen, the big man out of Texas, a big part of his impact is how well he moves as a center. Very long and covers a ton of ground on both ends.
And with Allen, the amount of floor he can cover with a few steps is staggering.
And Kevin, it lets him take away chances and opportunities on D. On the other end, 1 step to the hoop and he's completely relocated as a target. One of the best moving bigs in our league.
Here's Falk. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Boy, not a bad beginning. 3 for 4 from the floor. Pretty good start.
And there's the pass to Allen. Now, here's Garland. He's covered by Ball. Allen dishes to Garland. 6 on the shot clock, and that one drops.
Okay, Jared Allen, we see you making that look for a big man. That's a pretty pass.
Tiny, the pass to Biyombo. He kicks to DJ. Charlotte moving the ball around. It's stolen by Nance. Now here's Okoro. Tight defense on him, and the foul called on Bismack Biyombo. That is his first foul of the game. Now here's Garland. He's covered by Ball. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy.
Well, this is what you call finding angles to come off in the catch-and-shoot situation. Nice job by Colin Sexton.
Snoop, and it's sent back by Allen. A second chance effort. Yep, it counts. Tiny's got 5 now.
Wow, how about the start to this game? Taking excellent shots, capitalizing on everything the defense is giving him. This is great stuff.
Now here's Nance. Pass to Allen. Now here's Garland. That 3 off the mark. Passes it to Tiny. 3-pointer nailed from 3-point land. He's got 8.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
He gets it in there.
Well, Sexton showing that he's more than just a jump shooter. Very comfortable on the interior against size.
Here's Ball. He gets it up. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And we reach the end of the first quarter. It's Charlotte up by 5. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Charlotte, they've got ABC. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Big Daddy. Then it's DJ, and it's Tiny in at the 3 spot. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Williams, he's checked in for Charlotte. The Hornets have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. Here's Garland. And it's blocked. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. ABC's got the lead up to 12 now for the Hornets.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Williams with the block. Here's Jimenez. And it's good for 2. ABC's got 6. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Here's ABC. Darius Garland picking up that last basket. Here's Falk. 6 to shoot.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. 1:10 left to play in the first half. Now, here's Garland. Guarded closer. The teardrop falls in. Garland's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, that's how you use the floater. Darius Garland gets into his bag.
And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. And the Hornets making a change here. Biombo's checked in. There's the steal. It's Prince on the wing. No good on the three.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Jimenez. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
I'll tell you, right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball, following the score by Charlotte. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Shot clock at 6. Fires from the line. Garland, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Jimenez got it. Good job in the low post. ABC's got 8.
A lot to like about the way they're playing right now, but still plenty of time left.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves. Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time.
And so it's Charlotte with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, well, the first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. Their biggest advantage of the period was 7 points. And now with the second half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What can you say? Tiny and impressive effort here today.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Tipping off the second half, here's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Larry Nance out there with Allen, and it's Okoro in at the 3. To the paint. There's Garland, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know what you love about Darius Garland's potential? It's as a scorer in this league, right? He's so aggressive. He plays assertively, and that, to me, is the key for young players.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Free throw shooting, not an area he has worried about at all. How about last year, 88% from the line.
Here's Tiny. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
With the floater, and there's Garland. That's good on the assist by Allen.
Tremendous balance and body control. Darius Garland, no stranger to finishing inside.
Snoop with the bucket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Outside, Sexton. To the middle. Here's Allen. And it's Allen with the jam.
Well, nice job by Colin Sexton to find the open man. You want to see court awareness from the young gun.
1:41 left to play here in the third. Biombo, the pass to Jimenez. Goes to the reverse layup and traps it in. ABC's got 10 points. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland, where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
Allen outside. Ball's knocked loose. Sexton the pass to Allen. It's deflected. Pass to Jimenez. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. ABC's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Outside, Sexton. With some arc, and he sinks the layup. Sexton's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
How about the soft touch on the floater from Colin Sexton? You must have that in your arsenal.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. There's Garland, and a miss there on the triple. Hornets leading by 21. Here's Big Daddy. He's got 6. For 3. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Well, that's the perfect end to the quarter for them. You have no idea how much of an effect those buzzer beaters can have.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. McDaniels is out there with Chandler Parsons. Then it's DJ. Then it's Ball. So that's the Hornets 5. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And that one's good, DJ.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
And the pass to Windler. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Parsons with some nice D. Hornets leading by 22. Charlotte moving the ball around. Ball from long range. And it's the Hornets another 3.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
To the inside. Here's Sexton. Yep, that one goes in there.
You love this. The pressure gets physical, and Colin Sexton doesn't blink. Nice job finishing through contact.
Ball against Sexton. Ball, the pass to Parsons. And Parsons slams it in.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Charlotte.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Tiny.
This guy has been shot making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
Sexton against Ball. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. Martin's checked in for Charlotte. Brad Wanamaker comes in for Ball. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
To the left side wing. The Cavaliers again can't hit. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Wanamaker, defended by Dellavedova. Three-pointer, Martin, and it's the Hornets another 3.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Here's Osman. No good again that time. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. This game may not have been the most.
strong like a loan. In my zone, I can't pick up the phone. I'm grown, I may say yes. You scream, this Venus, I might tell a collar surrender. Water on water, Katrina wrapped up like it's tennis, no cap, 20,000 on the visa. I just pulled up with a diva, she bougie as be leeching, they say that it's cheaper to keep her, it's cheaper to leave her. Italian linen, I'm clean as a priest. I need no features, no cap when I'm preaching these facts and speaks. Don't chick a bun on the back of my sneakers. This on my own, just like Ace from the clean. Street, I still got Ace from the teacher. Step out on the floor, I had hate from the bleach. Rain the alarm, it was too many sick. We ain't the same, man, I'm one of